Race fans, Tanner is looking down on us here tonight, and this one is for him. We don't want anyone sitting on their seat. If you are able, get up on your feet. We started with over 40 of the best stunt car drivers in the country. We're down to the final 24. $6,111 on the line. This is your field for the 4th annual Tanner Pelster Memorial. Delmer and D will take Tanner's car off the speedway. Race fans, it's taken us 2 nights to get here, but we are finally here. Some of the best stunt car drivers in the country. Some of the best race fans in the country, and now one of the best races in the country. Tanner Pelster, this one's for you.
Green flag is out. Hansen on the low side, Grabowski on the high side. 3 wide back in the field. Hansen's going to lead the field down the backstretch.
Side by side for the lead.
Oh, Grabowski has a little trouble.
Yeah, pushed up.
Collects the car. I thought he was going over, but he holds on to it.
Jacob Hansen, your leader. Jordan Grabowski in second. Side by side third. Dallin Murdy and Jeff Ware going on it. Tyler Iverson up in a fifth. Oh, problems! Clay Andy goes around in turn number 1. That's going to bring out the caution.
Caution waves as Hansen comes out of turn 4. 1 lap down. 24 to go. And then I believe it's Jeanette, the next Iowa driver.
Field forms. All 24 cars still out on the field, I believe. 24 laps to go. Jacob Hansen to set the pace.
Green flag is out. He'll go low and drift high. Murdy, Grabowski side by side going into 1. Issue back in the field.
TJ Melke off the pace.
Car stopped, middle of turns 1 and 2. Caution is out.
Yeah, TJ Melke.
Cox Tire Service added an extra $150 to the 4th place finisher, so $1,261 going there. And Great Family Racing adding $50 to the 14th place finisher for $461. Thanks to all our great contingency sponsors.
And we are green. A little bit of jostling deep in the field, a little bit of contact. I think we're going to let it go. Hansen rolls the bottom. So does Dallin Murdy. Grabowski and Grape go to the top side. Here comes Murdy. Right within a car length of the 18Js. They go into 3 and 4.
Murdy goes to the middle of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Kind of bobbles up the racetrack a little bit. Grabowski's to his outside. He can't quite close the door. Murdy might have lost a little distance on the battle for the race lead, but he's going to make it up in 1 and 2.
Field continuing to spread out. The top 5 cars and pulled away from the rest of the pack. Grabowski to the inside of Murdy. Iverson and Ware side by side right behind them. They're 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, about 4 or 5 rows deep behind your leader.
Surprising that Murdy is staying to the high side. Felt like his car wasn't quite as fast on the high side as it was on the low side, but he is closing in on Hansen. Hansen now working the low side, Murdy back to the high side.
Man alive, it is 3 Nebraska drivers in the top 4 against Iowa. Here comes Dallin Murdy. You've got a new leader. 26 1,000ths of a second for the 99X. But here comes Jacob Hansen right back to the inside.
Hansen's not done yet. He's going to pull up even down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Hansen will stick to the low side. Exit at turn 4. Murdy gets the run. Murdy's got the spot.
Murdy still your leader. Hansen, Grabowski, Iverson, Ware, Stutzman, Breezy, Murdy, and Grape. Then Dylan Thornton. That's right around the top 10. What a show up front. Those top two have been side by side for about 3 laps now.
Jordan Grabowski just learning this racetrack. He will start to make his move in a moment. He's just kind of feeling out the line, figuring out where everybody's at. Grabowski now pulling to the outside of Anson. Anson trying to hold on to second, but Grabowski wants it.
Off of 4, Anson still within striking distance, but now he has given up easily to Murdy, and now he's trying to hold off Grabowski. Grabowski to the top side. 2 distinct lines around the speedway right now as your top 3 continue to go at it.
Dallin Murdy not really pulling away from Anson and Grabowski. Don't forget about Iverson hanging out there in 4th. Jeff Ware having a good year in his 83 stock car, holding on to a top 5 finish.
Oh, 1 car off the pace. Dylan Thornton, problems for the California driver. His night is done. He pulls off the speedway. We stay green with 17 to go.
Dallin Murdy, Jordan Grabowski. Murdy now goes back to the low side of 1 and 2. 16 to go, now 15 and a half to go as Murdy takes it down the backstretch.
Field continuing to go single file throughout the top 5. Best battle is between Stutzman, Damon Murdy, Tristan Crape, and Chad Breezy just outside the top 5. That's 7th, 8th, and 9th, I believe.
Grabowski and Murdy, only cars in the top 5 under 22nd lap times, running nearly identical lap times.
And now a battle for 3rd shaping up. Iverson and Anson going at it. Grabowski within 2 car lengths, though, of Murdy. Each time he goes into 1 and 2, it looks like he's going to get a run, but Murdy too good on the bottom side of the speedway.
Murdy really able to get the bite off the corner. Now Grabowski is there. Grabowski, I don't think he anticipated how slow Murdy was going to be getting into the corner, kind of got into the back of him.
13 to go. Grabowski doing what he can on the top side of the speedway. Now Murdy just too strong on the bottom side. Off of 2. Grabowski, I think, a little bit better at 3 and 4 as Murdy goes back to the top side of the speedway.
12 laps left for Dallin Murdy, Jordan Grabowski, Jacob Anson, Tyler Iverson, Jeff Ware. That's your top 5.
Yeah, Damon Murdy just outside the top 5 right now. He's trying to get the top side wound up. The top side really the place to be right now.
Damon Murdy just ran the fastest lap time at that last lap, 19.624. Ran the fastest of all the cars on the racetrack.
Grabowski and Murdy still going at it. Meanwhile, we've got 3, now probably 4 cars battling for 3rd as caution goes out. Yep. Justin Bertsinger in turn number 4.
So one of your B-featured transfers bringing out our caution and slowing things down.
My goodness, what a gorgeous racetrack here tonight, Dan. Silky smooth. And for the most part, 2 distinct lines, but now the top side has been the place to be. We got some smoke starting to roll out of Justin Bertsinger's X car.
$11 laps to go in a race we have anticipated for 365 days.
Set to go green off of 4, 11 laps remaining.
Murdy does go low. Grabowski up the racetrack. 3 wide, 4 wide, exit of turn 2.
Great battle for your top 5 spots. Murdy up top, Grabowski up top. Oh, Damon Murdy up in smoke. The 99D off the pace.
Another car went over the, 2 cars go over the berm in turn 3.
I think he was trying to avoid contact. That's Stutzman. I think he was just trying to avoid contact from Damon. Oh yeah, he is way up. We got 14 more minutes.
I got faith. Stock car drivers can keep it together.
I almost was able to say it's 5 o'clock somewhere because in Hawaii it was very close. It's very close to 5 o'clock, I think. All right, 11 to go. Let's get her done. $6,111 on the line. A trip to Knoxville on the line as well. We'll get it.
Dallin Murdy Once again, low side.
Oh, Grabowski, slide job in 3 and 4. Your race for the lead. Here comes a crossover move by Dallin. At the line, Grabowski's got it by 29 of a second, but the caution flag flies. Breezy around in turn 4, yeah.
Well, that could be the change of the entire race. Caution came out after Grabowski took the lead. We'll see if we count the lap. We are going to count the lap. Race officials are saying the lap was completed. So Jordan Grabowski will be on the pole for the restart. And that could be all he needs to take this baby home. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Jacob Anson's also been running on the bottom all race long. Now he is stuck on the top, so we'll see if the 18J can get a decent restart here.
Iverson and Ware round out your top 5. Then it's Grape, Vanover, Stutzman, Bronner, and Jeanette, your top 10.
And we're back to green flag racing.
Grabowski stays high, so does Murdy in 1 and 2.
Now TJ Mielke off the pace. Looks like he's going to try to limp it to the pits. He will do so. We stay green.
Grabowski pulling away a little bit from Murdy. Murdy's going to stay in his tire tracks in 1 and 2. Anson goes low. 3-4 car battle for 4th on back.
Continuing to work through the field. Vanover started 13th. He's trying to crack the top 5, one of our hard chargers. But up front, it's all Jordan Grabowski lead the way. Dallin Murdy, Jacob Anson, Tyler Iverson, and now Vanover side by side with her. We go 2 by 2 down the backstretch.
Jordan Grabowski pulling away 10th by 10th every lap from Dallin Murdy. Murdy sticking to the high side. Now he's going to go low, see if he can start to reel in the 30 again.
Now Iverson side by side with Anson, 2 Albion runners. How about the battle for 3rd on back? The top 2 have checked out, but it is 2 by 2 by 2.
Nearly identical lap times for Grabowski and Murdy. Murdy now is going to dive it off turn number 2. He'll get a big run down the backstretch. See if he can start closing in on the 30. Laps are winding down out of turn 4, coming to 5 laps left to go.
5 to go. Jordan Grabowski, a former national champion. He's one of the only national champions to win in 2 divisions of the same year. Did it in the stock car and the modified a few years ago. No stranger to victory lane at any racetrack in Nebraska. That battle for 3rd continuing to wait. John Iverson and Anson.
Murdy and Grabowski still running nearly identical lap times. Murdy gave up on the diamonding method in turn 2. Stuck to the high side.
3 laps remaining for Jordan Grabowski, the Beatrice runner. Maybe have the winning move here a few laps ago with that monster slide job. Dallin Murdy about a half a straightaway back. The battle for 3rd has been a good one the last 3 laps between Anson and Iverson. Neither one giving an inch. 2 to go, Dan. 2 laps left to go. Jordan Grabowski trying to bring home the first Tanner Pelster Memorial Championship for the state of Nebraska. The Beatrice native pulling away again from Murdy on the last lap. Here we go, Ryan. Final time. 1 more to go. We started this one 24 hours ago with over 55 stock cars. We had 40 stock cars tonight. It's been a long one, but a fun one. The 4th annual Tanner Pelster Memorial, $6,111 to Jordan Grabowski. Dallin Murdy will come home 2nd, Tyler Iverson 3rd, Jacob Anson 4th, and Jeff Ware to round out the top 5. Tristan Grape, Kyle Vanover, Austin Bronner, Michael Jeanette, and Tanthan Burkhart round out your top 10. we're waiting for him, we might as well just talk to Michael. He's been a big supporter of this race the last couple of years. You get 4 free tires. I know you've been to this victory lane before during this event, so it's good to be back here. Especially, I saw what you had to go through the last 24 hours even to get here.
The last 24 hours have been hell. We got 4.5 hours, something like that, home or back home, and it rained out yesterday. We went back home, and we actually grabbed the other car and came back. So here we are. Whoever sponsored the 4 tires, I appreciate everything. This event's awesome. All the sponsors, everything, just make this thing happen is just unreal.
You think this is
the Pelster family?
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. So what makes this race worth driving 5 hours home, getting a new car at 2 a.m., and driving 5 hours back?
I'm dumb. No, I haven't missed this event. What started this deal is we got rained out at Boone back home. We were on a Boone Speedway, and then we got rained out on Saturday, and my nephew hit me up and said, hey, there's a 1,000 to win show over in Nebraska. And next thing you know, we're driving home, and it's 2,000, 3,000. I'm like, we got to go check this thing out. And then, I got hooked up with Delmer and talked to Delmer a little bit and his wife, and the family's just unreal. And every time I come over here, I'm welcomed by everybody. So it's pretty cool deal.
Well, we appreciate you making the trip, and hope to see you back next year.
We'll be here. I appreciate it.
Once again, Michael Jeanette was your 11th place runner on the 11th lap. Congratulations, 4 free tires. That'll be handy after tonight's trip. Talk to Jordan, let him get out of the car and catch his breath. Jordan, boy, you said finally as you were coming out of the car, you've worked for this event and getting this win the last few years, and you've been really close. But you've had a lot of wins in your career and a lot of weekly wins, probably just like, oh, it's just another one. Something like this, when it's this much money and for this kind of a cause, it's probably got to feel just a little bit sweeter.
This is what you race for, it's what you work hard for, and that's what your crew works for. Yeah, Mike Nichols, he sniped me last year with 1 to go, and I just have had that taste in my mouth about it, and get in front of Dallin.
Yeah, and talk about also just that move Dallin on the slide to get the. There we go. Let's slide over here a little bit. Sorry. Just to get that slide job to come through in 3 and 4. Man, to go from the bottom and be able to go with that kind of speed to catch the cushion off the corner to get around him, that was a heck of a move.
Well, I felt like I had my opportunity. I finally got off a 2 really well, and it didn't feel like he got off. I got to go. And then the yellow come out, and I didn't know if we completed the lap or not. Thank God we did. And hats off to Speedway Racing Engines, CPD Racing Shocks, DeVilbiss Race Cars. Dude, this thing was on rails. Twin Rivers Auto Group. Man, there's so many people that helped me out. Josh, Bryson, Durham, Merle, Scott. There's so many people that helped me out. My wife back home, I'm sure they're watching. My 2 little girls, hopefully they're in bed, but you just never know about that. But it's awesome, man. I don't even know. I'm kind of speechless. The Pelster family putting this deal on, I realize how much work this is, and the money that they come up with to pay these guys that all showed up and then had their hearts broken that it gets rained out last night and have to do it again on a Monday, man. These people, if you look around here, they're drained. They put on the show of their life, and they tried to make it the best for us racers, and that's why people traveled so far. That's why you see Dylan Thornton coming from 6 hours away and all that stuff. So it truly is special. It means a lot to us. And if it wasn't for people like this, we wouldn't have cool places to go and make these big races.
All right, well, we appreciate you and your time. Thanks a lot for all the years of support. And you finally broke the Iowa stretch there. 3 winners from Iowa. You're the first Nebraska winner of this race, so that's a big deal in itself.
Damn right. Big Red, we got to bring this baby home. Hopefully Matt Rule brings us some good luck this year on our football team. We can have something to be proud of.
Amen. Dan, you put it up top from Grabowski first. Jordan Grabowski, your winner for the Stott Cars.